I'm Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake. On behalf of the residents of Baltimore, thank you for all of the work that you do to promote tourism in the city of Baltimore. I'm very sorry that I could not attend tonight's annual meeting, but I wanted to share a few remarks. Tourism is one of Baltimore's rapidly growing industries, and its development is crucial to expanding our city's economic base. We remain the top destination in the state. Tourism spending contributes hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue to the city and to the state, and supports 74,000 jobs in the Baltimore metropolitan area. With your commitment, Baltimore has become a destination known not only because of our amazing attractions, but because of our amazing people as well. Last year, we lost a political icon to whom we owe an eternal debt for jump-starting the development of the tourism industry in Baltimore City. William Donald Schaefer laid the groundwork for the development of the Inner Harbor, a plan and attraction that has been replicated but never duplicated in cities throughout the country and throughout the world. His action spurred the development of downtown Baltimore, which triggered growth in surrounding neighborhoods and other parts of the city as well. He truly was the architect of the Baltimore tourism industry. It is in this spirit that the William Donald Schaefer Tourism Visionary Award honors those whose work in the tourism and hospitality industry exemplifies Governor Schaefer's vision. Tonight's theme is Baltimore, making history again, and that is exactly what tonight's awards recipients did with this year's Star-Spangled Celebration, the national kickoff of the commemoration of the bicentennial of the War of 1812. Hundreds of thousands of guests descended on our beautiful city to visit tall ships and gray hulls from across the globe. Marquee performances from the Blue Angels, U.S. Navy Leapfrogs, and the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, and spectacular events such as fireworks over Fort McHenry were just a few of the other activities that visitors took part in. Our restaurants, hotels, and attractions were packed to the brim with excited tourists who explored different parts of Charm City and saw firsthand how much we have grown and continue to develop. This magnificent celebration was a result of collaboration between many state and local governments, agencies, and organizations, all under the leadership of the Maryland War of 1812 Bicentennial Commission, Star-Spangled 200 Incorporated, and the Sailabration Executive Planning Committee. Tonight, we honor this group with the William Donald Schaefer Visionary Award for their stellar work on organizing such an amazing event that showcased the very best of Baltimore and reinforced our role in American history. As a native of Baltimore and as mayor of this beautiful city, I could not be prouder to see Baltimore host an event of this magnitude. On behalf of the residents of Baltimore City, thank you for all of your work making Baltimore shine, and congratulations.
Skydivers jumping from an airplane as part of the celebration.
It's a spectacle indeed as more than 40 ships sailed into Baltimore today, a flotilla of vessels, both big and small.
I love the Blue Angel because they do cool tricks in the air. Really loud and really cool.
The excitement is building in Baltimore. You can feel it. Join us for the Star-Spangled Celebration.
We didn't know what we didn't know. We knew that we could pull off one hell of a maritime festival with tall ships. That was the next closest model. We had never had 45 gray hulls and tall ships in Baltimore Harbor at the same time. The Blue Angels had never performed over Baltimore, not just one day, not just a flyover, but 2 full days. And we just had to assure ourselves every day that the team, this incredible Baltimore and Maryland team with representatives from the Navy, from the city of Baltimore, state agencies, other federal agencies, Visit Baltimore. Baltimore Office of Promotion in the Arts and Sail Baltimore were key to planning and implementing this incredible festival, but there were dozens and dozens of partners.
This weekend marks the kickoff of the bicentennial, commemorating the War of 1812 and the writing of the Star-Spangled Banner. And as you are about to see in Baltimore, that is a very big deal.
Dozens of ships made their way into the Inner Harbor for the start of Sailabration. It's a week-long commemoration of the War of 1812.
We knew it was quiet before the storm. and it really was unreal. I was in my office on the 14th floor of the World Trade Center watching the ships come in. They were awesome, and I don't use that word.
Ships from all over the world drop anchor in the Inner Harbor for the Star-Spangled Sailabration.
It's cool because it comes from all different places and they're really big.
A once-in-a-lifetime event to see this many tall ships.
The next day after the boats were in was just extraordinary. The weather was magnificent.
Al Roker is down in Baltimore, Maryland.
All right, guys, thanks so much. As we've been telling you all morning, it's the Sailabration, the bicentennial Star-Spangled Sailabration of the War of 1812. We're at the Inner Harbor of Baltimore.
Al Roker being here was not too shabby.
In Baltimore, there is pageantry. Tall ships from around the world, the Blue Angels buzzing the city.
I love it. I love Baltimore.
And 1 million visitors taking it all in.
I think it's part of the history, and we should come down and enjoy it.
Moving through the crowds, seeing the pageantry of the harbor and the crews and the tall ships, the mood was buoyant, and I think that buoyancy only built through the weekend. It was really an extraordinary experience.
Beyond the boats, visitors seem pleasantly surprised with everything the event had to offer.
They got the band, music, you know, lots of concessions.
To have a free event like this so we can come down, it's real family friendly, we enjoy it.
The Flag House event was very moving. I cried a lot that week. And I probably, during any single event, I teared up at that event more than any other. There wasn't a dry eye in the house.
The 9/11 flag made a trip to Baltimore, through Baltimore, to have its final patch sewn on.
Hundreds of people gathered for an historic stitching event. 3 threads from the original Star-Spangled Banner flag that flew above Fort McHenry were sewn into the national 9/11 flag.
I just thought about everything that had gone into this flag, and here I go again, I'm going to cry, but and everyone who has stitched it, and what an incredible moment, once in a lifetime, that I was here. It just didn't seem real.
Fort McHenry is this extraordinary national treasure. Its role during Sailabration, it was the prime viewing area for the Blue Angels air show.
I think this is awesome.
It's one heck of a show. They did a good job.
This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this.
The event on Monday, June 18th, hosted at the fort, was also extraordinarily special. That was literally the 200th birthday of the U.S. Declaration of War against Great Britain. It was a really wonderful event.
Well, it was a big day, and it is a big day in our history here in the United States of America. And this was a very special ceremony today. Today is the 200th anniversary of President James Madison signing a declaration of war against Great Britain.
Bob Schaefer being here was not too shabby. Every single event, I mean, we were just blessed.
The Westport neighborhood in South Baltimore is getting a helping hand from more than 25 Navy sailors. They're in town for the Sailabration, but are also donating their time to make a positive mark on the community.
The moment that I had when I knew we weren't in Kansas anymore, it was 6 or 6:30 in the morning, and a young woman, maybe 20 years old, coming by on the bicycle, just waved to me and said, "Happy Sailabration."
This weekend was special because folks just didn't come down for one day. They came back over several days and bought stuff, too, from hotel rooms to snowballs.
Local businesses, for the most part, were pleased, too. Over at Gia's in Little Italy, they said Saturday night they tripled their business.
We have used it as a celebration, S-E-L-L. We've been selling out of food.
One thing that everybody's agreeing on here is they're all asking, when is it coming back again?
If you enjoyed Sailabration, just stay tuned for Star-Spangled Spectacular 2014. The charge from the governor, from the mayor, is really all about September 2014. That's the anniversary of our moment. So Sailabration, as magnificent as it was, is a dress rehearsal for September 2014.